Right now, a packed house at the state capitol. Lawmakers debating two gun proposals. One requiring universal background checks for buyers. The other banning high-capacity magazines. 7 News reporter Lindsay Sablon just stepping out of that debate. Lindsay, in just the past half hour, the committee voted to push through the background checks.
Mike, they just went into recess, and right before that, they voted 7-4 in favor of House Bill 1229. It moves on to appropriations now, and this wasn't too much of a surprise considering the Democrats control this committee, but still hundreds showed up here today to voice their opinion. It was standing room only in the old Supreme Court chambers as the Judiciary Committee listened to testimony on two gun proposals, both sponsored by Representative Rhonda Fields. The first bill would change the law from only requiring licensed dealers to do background checks to enforcing checks universally. From the moment the co-sponsor of the bill gave her thoughts, you could tell the day was going to be full of heated testimony.
It's a reasonable regulation, just as our current background checks are.
Okay. Members of the audience.
The testimony started at 10 this morning. People packed an overflow room as each side had 2 hours to voice their opinions. Proponents of the bill saying it's important to keep guns from criminal hands. Karina Sartagin, who was in a wheelchair after she was shot outside her Aurora High School in December 2010, was one of the dozens who spoke in favor of the bill.
They need to put themselves in the victim's position, in their shoes, and realize that we have a problem and then we could prevent it. We could make it less of a problem.
But opponents argue this is an unjust burden on a gun owner and won't keep criminals from finding a weapon.
I have a great deal of sympathy for all of the people who've suffered. We've heard horrendous stories today of what have happened, but in none of those instances would this bill have made any change.
Now, the House Judiciary Committee still has another bill to hear tonight that will include 4 more hours of testimony. That is House Bill 1224 that addresses banning high-capacity magazines. We have a crew inside right now. We will, of course, update you on 7 News and on the DenverChannel.com. At the Capitol, Lindsay Sablon, 7 News.